Welcome to Startups. I'm your host, Aiden Spark. Today on Startups, imagine turning your biggest frustration into a game-changing innovation, just like Sara Blakely did with a simple pair of pantyhose. What if the key to your success lies in embracing the oddness that everyone else overlooks? And how can you transform your own uncomfortable panty line into a million-dollar idea? Picture this: a young woman stands in front of her bathroom mirror, scissors poised above a pair of pantyhose. Her hands tremble slightly, not from fear but from possibility. In this mundane moment, she's about to spark a revolution that will transform an industry and empower millions of women worldwide. But she doesn't know that yet. Right now, she's just trying to solve an annoying problem with her white pants. You felt that spark before, haven't you? That nagging sensation when something isn't quite right, when convention doesn't serve its purpose. Most people brush it aside. Sara Blakely didn't. At 27, Sara was selling fax machines door-to-door in Florida. Every morning, she'd put on her pantyhose in the sweltering heat, drive to office buildings, and face rejection after rejection. The universe was nudging her toward something else, but what? You know that feeling, the quiet voice inside telling you there must be more than this. The difference is what you choose to do about it. To understand Sara's next move, we need to visit her childhood dinner table in Clearwater, Florida. While other parents asked their children about their successes, Sara's father had a different question. What did you fail at this week? The first time you hear this, it might sound cruel, but lean in closer. Listen to the laughter, the warmth in his voice. This wasn't about celebrating failure. It was about redefining it. Back to that bathroom mirror. Sara stared at her reflection, frustrated by the visible panty lines under her white pants. The pantyhose smoothed everything out, but the seamed feet bunched uncomfortably in her shoes. Traditional wisdom said this was just how things were. But Sara had been trained differently. She picked up those scissors and did what no one in the billion-dollar hosiery industry had thought to do. She cut off the feet. Her small apartment transformed into an innovation lab. By day, she sold fax machines. By night, she experimented with pantyhose. The sound of scissors cutting through nylon filled her evenings. She had no fashion experience, no business degree, and only $5,000 in savings. What she did have was a problem to solve and the courage to look foolish trying. Think about that. When was the last time you were willing to look foolish pursuing something you believed in? The manufacturing executives laughed. All men, all certain they understood what women wanted better than a woman did. They saw her lack of experience as a liability. They couldn't grasp why anyone would want to change something that had always been this way. But Sara had learned at that dinner table that other people's laughter doesn't equal failure. It often means you're onto something revolutionary. If you're enjoying Startups, please like, subscribe, and scan the QR code for our free 7-day email course, Become an Innovation Engine. Steal exact frameworks of billion-dollar breakthroughs like Netflix and Tesla. Now, back to the episode. The manufacturing executives weren't the only skeptics. Friends raised eyebrows. They couldn't see what Sara saw, but their doubt fueled her determination. She knew something they didn't. Being underestimated is a secret weapon. While others saw her lack of industry experience as a weakness, it allowed her to question everything. Why did pantyhose have to be uncomfortable? Why did women have to choose between looking good and feeling good? Sometimes the most powerful question is simply, why not? Armed with her prototypes in a red plastic bag, Sara walked into Neiman Marcus. The buyer was ready to dismiss her until Sara pulled her into the bathroom for an impromptu demonstration. This wasn't about selling a product. It was about sharing a solution to a universal problem. When you truly believe in something, conventional boundaries disappear. Conference rooms become bathrooms. Strangers become allies. Then came the moment that would transform everything. Oprah Winfrey's office called. Sara's hands shook as she answered. Spanx had been chosen as one of Oprah's favorite things. But this isn't a story about luck. It's about being ready when opportunity knocks. Sara had spent countless nights perfecting her product, refining her pitch, believing in her vision when no one else did. Spanx exploded into $1 billion empire, but the real revolution wasn't about money. It was about challenging the status quo. Sara didn't just create comfortable shapewear. She proved that sometimes the most powerful innovations come from questioning the most basic assumptions. She went on to establish the Sara Blakely Foundation, empowering women entrepreneurs worldwide. Because success isn't just about what you achieve, it's about what you enable others to achieve. Now look in your mirror. What uncomfortable panty lines do you see in your life? What accepted inconveniences are you tolerating? What if those very discomforts are pointing you toward your own revolution? Sara's father taught her that failure isn't falling down, it's staying down. It's not trying, it's accepting that's just how things are when everything inside you screams for change. Here's your challenge, find your own pantyhose moment. That everyday frustration that everyone accepts but shouldn't have to. That problem you're uniquely positioned to solve, not despite your lack of traditional credentials, but because of it. Your outsider perspective isn't a liability, it's your superpower. Your willingness to look foolish isn't a weakness, it's your strength. Your determination to question the status quo isn't naive, it's revolutionary. Remember, the most profound transformations often begin with the simplest questions. What will you dare to question today? On the next episode of Startups, Sara Blakely's story is a testament to the power of seeing problems as opportunities. But what happens when the problem is an entire industry resistant to change? What if I told you there's someone who not only saw a challenge but took on the established giants of furniture design? Get ready to meet a dyslexic farm boy who dared to ask, why can't beautiful design be affordable for everyone? This is a story of flat-pack innovation, humble beginnings, and a relentless pursuit of a vision. Prepare to be inspired by the next episode, where we explore how embracing constraints can unlock unprecedented ingenuity. You won't want to miss this. Please like, subscribe, and scan the QR code or follow the pinned link to get our free 7-day email course. Become an innovation engine. 7 days, $7 billion frameworks. Transform from idea person to startup innovator by learning the exact playbooks that built Netflix, Tesla, and SpaceX. Click the video that just popped up to watch the next one in this series. Or for episode summaries, behind-the-scenes info, and more, go to daily8.com/su. Thanks for watching.